It looked like it had a great game today, even though you guys lost. I know it looked like it was under a lot of pressure today because the offense was struggling early. And but how did you feel like your defense responded to some of the pressure that it faced today?
You know, I think that the Tennessee's offense obviously gives you a lot of challenges. The way they space things out, they got great players. Give you structural issues, and I thought our guys really attacked that this week in practice and in the game. Some of that showed up. I thought that we, handled the tempo really well early in the game, and set us up to have some success. Gave up too many big plays that resulted in some touchdowns and some field goals in the red zone that could have won us the game.
Zac, Heupel complimented your game plan in terms of structure changes from what they've seen. How'd you feel like changes you made sort of threw them off a little bit?
We tried to hold some stuff and that we hadn't shown the first couple games to try and throw them off a little bit on some of the reads, the things they were trying to do. And I felt, especially early in the game, that we did that pretty well. A couple of the issues we had were really just more kind of one-on-one, winning one-on-one balls than they were anything else. But I thought that the quarterback was a little bit off balance, and they did a good job of protecting him. Run the ball, trying to keep it out of his hands, and I thought we had a good game plan for it.
Zac, your defense gets 2 sack fumbles there in that second quarter, but then offense turns it over on first down after both times. That kind of quick change where you get a stop and then you're right back on the field. How tough is it for the defense to respond to those?
I think our guys, they do a great job. I tell them all the time, it doesn't matter the situation, it doesn't matter what's happening. Our job is to stop them. Roll the ball on the field, wherever they put the ball. They don't gain a yard. That's how our mindset has to be, and that's what we do. And I think our guys buy into that.
Zac, Brent said the long passes, much as you hate to see them, they were not busts. They were not mental breakdowns, or this guy didn't have that guy or whatever. It was more of just losing leverage, one-on-one battles and stuff like that. Is that better or is that worse?
I don't know. Obviously, you'd like to win every one-on-one that goes up. That you probably won't throughout the year. You play good people. They're going to make plays just like your guys will. But obviously encouraging, if we have an opportunity to limit teams to explosive plays, and, even to the explosives, we help them to field goals. And obviously that's something you want to do, when you have an opportunity, when you give up something like that. And so, proud of our guys that, I think if we eliminate a lot of those, wide open, big explosives throughout the year, we'll get a chance to be really good.
Zach, you lost Kendall Doby tonight. What kind of impact did that have in this game, and what kind of impact will it have in the future?
Well, the team just rallied around him, and they love Dolby. He's such a great spirit and an ultra competitor, and I hate it for him. I love that kid so much, and it's just sad to see. As a senior, you hate that, but we've got some other good players that are going to step up to play that position, that are younger guys that have to be ready to go, because we're going to count on them. We're going to need them, and we're going to need Dolby right there with them, coaching them up and making sure they're ready to go.
Zac, what about the way Trace Ford, his role sort of fit into that after Kendall's injury, and what did you see from him?
Yeah, really disruptive, coming off the edge, setting the edge, making a couple really, really nice tackles for loss, strip sack. Some of those, man, just when we needed him, he was clutch, and that was the plan for the week. We had planned to play him out there and give him some opportunities, because he's got such a really diverse and effective skill set. And so obviously with Dolby going down, he had to play more than maybe he would have if Dolby had been available, but was just proud of how he responded to that. I thought that when we had some critical times and critical moments, he was there to make the play.
Zac, you guys are going on the road for the first time. Just that mentality of playing in a foreign stadium for the first time. Just how do you coach that team up this week?
We look at it good. There's nothing more fun than going to a hostile environment where, all 80,000 of them hate you, and you got to prove them all wrong. And so I think the mentality for us is to go back to the process, do the things we know that win. And, at the end of the day, that football field is still 120 yards long and 53 yards wide.
A lot more three-man tonight, three-man line. How'd you feel that went?
Pretty well. That was kind of the plan for this week, and the diversity of the things we can do, that just felt like that helped us, playing this offense. And, it was obviously a tool we'll use and can use when we need it throughout the season.
Eli bowling with him.
I think he's a heck of a player, man. I think that he's going to have a bigger role as the season goes on. As guys get tired and get hurt and banged up, man, he's going to have to be a guy that steps up and plays. But man, he talk about a ball player. He don't panic. He's ready for his moment. He gets in there and he played great.
You had a chance to use a ton of personnel. It looked like Lewis, and a lot of guys made plays for you. What does that make you feel about the defense moving forward?
I feel good. I told our guys the plan for the week is, they try and gas you in, tire you out, and run you ragged and then get you on busts and mental things. And I said, we're not going to let them do that. The plan from the jump was we were going to roll 2-3 deep at every position. And I told the coaches, be ready to play more guys and get them in the game. And, that was the plan for the week. And so you love that you saw some young guys, freshmen that hadn't played maybe, come in. Jaden Hardy gets in, first play, tackle for loss. Pretty just awesome. So you feel more comfortable as you move forward that you have an opportunity to play young guys early in the year that at some point you're going to have to count on them in big-time situations later on.
Zach, Brent with Clemson, they went to Auburn in 2016. What do you remember about that atmosphere?
I remember that he called one call, and I signaled it in wrong. He yelled at me, and we picked the ball off, and he didn't yell at me anymore. And that was fine. That's my standing memory of that game. He got mad right when I signaled it, and then after the fact, he was like, all right, that was pretty good. So, but obviously a heck of an environment. It's going to be loud, going to be hostile, and they're going to be ready for us. So big challenge this week.
They changed quarterbacks this week. I'm sure you hadn't done a lot of study on them. New guy didn't play very well. Who knows what they'll do this week? What kind of a challenge is that for you when you're not sure who's going to quarterback?
Yeah, I think you're going to make your game plans based on what you see that you get from both guys, and make sure you got a plan for both of them and how they execute. Like you said, I know nothing about what they've done this year so far, and so I'll know a whole lot more probably tomorrow about 9:00. Thanks, guys.
Have a good week.
Yep.